thought I'd film a kind of first dates, kind of a bit of a weird video, like a question and answers thing without the questions, I guess. I literally just posted on my Instagram that if you had any questions about first dates, then let me know. But I literally posted that about 5 minutes ago, so there's not many on there, but I'll answer those as well. But I thought it would be nice to kind of film a video all about first dates. Now, I haven't been on loads, I must admit. I'm not kind of a first date lover. I absolutely hate dates, and I hate first dates especially. 26 now, so I should kind of know enough about first dates to make a video about them. So recently it's been Valentine's Day, so love is in the air. A lot of people will be going on first dates, or dates, second dates, third dates. They all kind of come under the same kind of rim of things. But yeah, so I'm sure some of you are going on dates, and I think it's nice sometimes to be able to go somewhere and get some advice on, you know, what's normal, or what to wear, how to behave, and all that kind of thing. So let's get going. The first piece of advice I have about first dates is be yourself. If you go on a first date and you're not being yourself, or you don't feel comfortable, then firstly it's probably not right. If you can't be comfortable around someone, then they're probably not the guy for you or the girl for you. But yeah, definitely go on that date and be yourself. If it's a certain type of music, then don't say that you like it if you don't. It's it's a bad start to a potential relationship. You don't want to get in a relationship where you can't be yourself. And I think that on a first date, that's when you kind of share things with each other and find out about each other. And if the person's not right for you, then so be it. That brings me on to my second tip, which is, if it's not right, don't worry, there will be another one. I used to get really like strung up about first dates and going on a date and thinking, oh my god, it was awful, but that's the only choice I have. No, that is not it. Do not do it. If that guy or girl that you go on a date with is not the person for you, then don't pursue it. You know, be honest. If they're not the person for you, you don't want to get in a relationship with them, because it'll be so much harder to get out of. Yeah, so you will know instantly whether someone is the one for you. Like on the first date, you'll either really click with them or you really won't. And if there is an in-between, then you can go on another date and figure it out on that date. So you don't have to make a decision on the first date. That's kind of what it's for, getting to know each other and seeing if you click together. So definitely don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. There's no need to do that. Obviously, for the girls watching this video, what you wear on a date is very important to us, and how you do your hair and how you do your makeup and things. I actually just did a makeup tutorial on date night makeup, so I'll leave the link to that below, and that is the kind of makeup look I'd wear on a date. Very natural, a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of kind of a curl in my hair, but I would never wear loads and loads of makeup on a first date. You don't really want to kind of overdo it. Because in terms of what I would wear on a date, obviously it depends where we're going. So if we were going for a meal, I would probably wear some black jeans, maybe a black kind of shirt or a top, and then a leather jacket. I don't really dress overly smart, and I probably wouldn't wear heels and things for dates. I like to be comfortable and feel kind of relaxed. So as soon as I put on a pair of heels, that's gone out the window. Just literally just wear whatever you want. Don't worry about it. Obviously, if you're going to a ball or some kind of really fancy event, then wear a ball gown, but that's very unlikely unless you're going out with Prince Charming. Tip for a first date is be decisive. If you're going for a meal or something like that and you can't choose what you want from the menu, it's a little bit awkward. And if you just say, like, if he asks you what you want to drink and you say you don't know, it just becomes a little bit annoying, I think. So definitely have in your head what you're going to order. If you're going for a meal and you know where you're going, look online, get the menu, read what you want, be aware of what you want already. There's enough pressure in that night and that day. The decision you'll have to make on the night is if you like the guy, which obviously is the main one, but you don't want anything else to kind of bug you and kind of overwhelm you a bit. Next, I would definitely say ignore people around you. I hate when you go to a restaurant on a date and there's loads of other dates going on and you just feel like everyone can hear what you're saying. It's really like just embarrassing, and it just makes you feel like everyone's listening to your conversation. No one is. People around you might be friends with each other, they might be on a date, they might be in a relationship. They're probably in their own conversation. They are definitely not interested in yours. It's just because you feel nervous and you feel like everyone's watching you, you feel like everyone's listening to your conversation. They probably aren't, they're probably not even interested. So the more you worry about the people around you, the less that you'll actually be bothered about the person in front of you, and they are the ones that you need to be talking to and kind of concerned with. So just kind of blank everyone else out and just don't even think about it. Who cares? I'm just going to answer a few questions that I got on my Instagram. I'm just going to go on them on my phone. First question is from Country Chick Freak, and she has said, is it better to let the guy lead the conversation or to lead it yourself? Now this obviously depends whether you know the person already. So if you're on a date with someone that you've been friends with already, then the conversation will be a little bit easier. But if they're completely new and you don't know anything about them, then the conversation won't be as easy and it won't flow as easily, but you'll have some stuff to talk about because you won't know anything. So it's always nice to kind of share the questions. I think if it's one-sided, it can be a bit awkward at times. So if you're asking all the questions and you're just getting answers and nothing back, then that kind of feels a bit awkward. So I think it's kind of good to leave it even. Ask a question, then he will most likely ask you one back and kind of bounce it back and forth. I don't think that anyone should kind of lead the date. It's a very mutual thing, and I think it becomes awkward if one person is leading it. Question about conversation is from Laura Sylvia, and she said, what to talk about and what is a little too much as far as conversations go. So if you don't know them, then you can ask them questions like, oh God, I don't know. This is like being on a date. Questions like, what kind of music are they into? What kind of films do they like? Can then lead on to, you know, oh, I like romantic films. If only every man liked romantic films. But then you can say, oh, did you see this film, or have you ever seen The Notebook? Because you probably should watch The Notebook if you're a man, just to, you know, get up on the Gosling thing there. But that can lead to other conversations. You could also ask them, you know, what do they do for a job? Do they like their work? What is their dream job? Have they been travelling? Do they go on holiday? There's so many things, literally. Anything that you think, oh, that'd be interesting to know, just ask them. As far as conversations going too far, I wouldn't bring up any ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends. What's a conversation about exes on a first date, or any date actually? Really embarrassing or cringy that you wouldn't go and post on your Twitter. Question from my Instagram is, what is the perfect day of the week for a date? Now this is actually quite a good question because I think it definitely depends on the day of the week. If it's a Monday night, then you most likely have work for the rest of the week, so probably not ideal. I'd always go on a date on either a Thursday night or a Friday night. Even over the weekend, you're a little bit more relaxed, you haven't got a whole week of work impending, and especially if you've got the day off the next day, it's kind of nice, you feel a bit more chilled. Definitely on a day that you feel more relaxed. So if you know a certain date that you haven't got to do anything the next day, or you haven't got to go to work or get up early, then you will definitely be more relaxed in yourself and therefore more happy and a nicer company for that evening. So definitely on a day where you don't feel so stressed out. Question is, what would your perfect first date be? My perfect first date, I think, would be, oh, I don't know, like a nice walk somewhere. Obviously if I knew the person first, I probably wouldn't go on a walk with a stranger because that'd be a bit weird. But probably if I knew the person, I'd like to go on a nice walk in a summer's day, you know, maybe a picnic or something like that. I don't know, a coffee in a coffee shop. I don't mind going out for a meal, but I feel like sometimes they're a bit forced and it feels a little bit like you have to kind of sit opposite each other and have a conversation. If you're going for a walk or say bowling or something, there's something going on and it's not so awkward. Probably the worst place for a first date would be the cinema, because even though it's really, really easy, it's a bit of a cop-out. You just sit there and watch a film, you don't actually speak to each other. Roller skating. Go roller skating. Just don't break any bones, because that would be awkward. And I don't think there'd be a second date. Big, massive, massive tip is don't sit on your phone. Text anyone that you need to text before the date, get it out of the way, get it done, tell them you're going on a date that evening, and put your phone away and on silent in your bag. It's really, really rude if you get your phone out while they're sitting opposite you or while they're with you. Obviously if they've nipped off to the toilet, you can quickly get it out and have a check, but don't let them see it. It kind of looks like you're kind of texting your friends about it and things, and I just think it kind of comes across as a bit just rude completely. I've once had a date where someone sat on their phone the whole time and it completely put me off them. Even if they'd sat there and been Ryan Gosling, it would have completely put me off. So definitely don't sit on your phone, and put it in your bag and keep it there. So don't get too het up, relax, be yourself, dress comfortably, and you'll be fine. I hope that helped some of you thinking about going on a first date soon. I hope it goes well. If you are going on a date soon, let me know in the comments below how it goes. I'd love to hear your kind of stories and things. And if you have any advice for anyone else, of course leave them in the comments, and I'm sure that people will read them as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again next week for another video. Bye. Eat a jelly bunny before a date. That's my advice. I haven't got a date, but